So this is kind of special for me. In my hands, this is my second ever smartwatch that I own, and this is the Zeblaze GTS 2. And the first one that I owned was a DT98, and the DT98 was quite good. It was good, it was rugged as well, but I went for a different approach now. I went for a simple and elegant design with some key features inside of my head. So yeah, let's jump right in. So before we unbox the smartwatch, I want to talk about a little about the spec sheet real quick. So the spec sheet looks a bit simple. You guys may be thinking, specs isn't even matter for a smartwatch. Yes it is. Okay, this thing uses a 20mm watch strap, which I come in a sec, and the screen resolution is 240 by 280 pixels per inch, and it uses Bluetooth 5.0, so you guys have more lengthier and more reliable Bluetooth connection to your phone, to your watch. And it has some sensors like heart rate sensor, proximity sensor for your gestures, and an accelerometer. And it does have IP67 dust and water resistant, which I'll talk about after I unbox it. And yeah, and there's an app for this watch which is FunKeep that you guys can download above Android 4.0 or iOS 9. So that's all about the spec sheet. So let's crack it open and let's jump right in. Okay. Well, I have been using this thing for a while, and so I can have a more in-depth review about it. So there's the user manual. They always tell you to read this user manual before you open it, which is for this watch you guys do need to read the user manual before using the watch, because they have like an app QR code or how to turn on the watch and how to set it up the watch via your phone. And this is the Zeblaze GTS 2, and it's small, and that's what you guys expected from a watch like this. Let me just open the feel. And there's back for the heart rate sensor as well. And in the box they do include a data power cable. And yes guys, this thing does have 128 megabyte internal storage that you guys can add songs and play via your Bluetooth earbuds. And by the way, I'm going to do a review soon about it, so make sure you guys subscribe for this. It's going to be an exciting one. So you guys can see this thing has a 4-pin magnetic charging cable, 2 for data and data transferring for your songs that I told you, and another 2 more for your charging cable as well. So yeah, as you guys can see, I already opened and used this watch for a while, and there's a reason for it, because I can test real-time battery life and I can see how does it works to day-to-day usage. And yeah, okay, so this is the watch interface. As you guys can see, I downloaded a watch face, so you guys need to swipe left in order to see all the apps inside. Built in is like steps apps, heart measurement. You guys can see the sensor is blinking green light, and blood pressure measurement. This is blood oxygen measurement, sleep measurement, your notifications, the telephone. The telephone is technically Bluetooth calling via your phone, and you guys do need to connect it constantly in order to use the built-in microphone to talk with people. And it does have a built-in speaker, which I'll test later on in this video. And it does have some sports mode that includes a lot of sports. I think more than, let's keep it, it has like around 20 or more sports I guess. And the weather, find phone, and camera, the music, which is the main feature, the main star of the show, themes that you guys can like change your dials, and you guys can have up to 6 dials in your watch internal storage. It does have the stopwatch, the QR code for your Fun Keep app, brightness control, which can be a bit bright on a dark, but on broad daylight sunlight it's okay. You guys can see the time, but it's not that bright, and it can be too dark. And there's the settings about the watch. The menu selection, you guys can have a 9 grid menu selection or a 6 grid menu selection. The headset, which you guys can, as I told you, you guys can add a separate Bluetooth device, like an audio device, that you guys can play music from it, and restore will factory reset this watch. And there's just the shutdown button as well. And if you guys can swipe up from the watch dial, it is the usual stuff as well, except for the telephone slash Bluetooth icon that you guys need to open whenever you guys using your Bluetooth headset. So that's about it about this watch, okay? And I forgot to talk about the build quality of this thing. They're telling it has IP67 water and dust resistant, which is okay-ish. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant, so it's kind of temporary. And it uses a plastic chassis with a plastic button, and it's technically like a home button for the watch. And behind it you guys can see the heart measurement. It's also made out of plastic. And finally, a 20mm changeable I can't say hot swappable, it's changeable watch strap. Not gonna lie, I do like the Zeblaze included silicone watch strap. I really like it, but it can be too dusty when you're using for a long period of time. So yeah, that's about it about this watch really. And so I'm gonna connect via my phone, and I'm gonna see how, and I'm gonna talk about the features inside the app that included. So you guys can see the Fun Keep app, and the data is syncing to my watch. As you guys can see, it's flashing in. Okay, so this is the UI of the Fun Keep app, that it measures my sleep tracking, the distance that I walked today, the steps that I walked today, the calories that I burned today, the heart rate, the blood pressure, oxygen, all this kind of stuff. So that's the UI of this thing. And if you guys go to the device, you guys do need to connect this thing constantly with the app, and it's showing us that I have 43% of battery inside of it. So let's go to the alarm first, okay? As you guys can see, I have variables of alarm, and the alarm is a hit or miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's frustrating, especially I wake up early in the morning, and sometimes early in the morning it doesn't work. So yeah, it's quite a bit bummer. And you guys can go to photograph, and it's telling to shake to get the photo, and after it will get the photo. Actually, the picture saved successfully, and another one as well. And find device will shake your bracelet, which it vibrates strong enough that you guys can feel it, but you guys certainly can't hear it from the distance. And there's the dial setting, which is the interesting part of it. You guys can see I have overall of 6 themes on the thing. If I click on more dials, I can add one additional dial on this watch by replacing one of it, which is kind of frustrating because I don't like the what can I say, the clock dial here, the arrows. It doesn't look good, and also the blue color one, which also doesn't look good. And you guys can remotely change the themes of it. As you guys can see, it's already on the yellow color theme. And you guys can go to theme 1, then you guys can select an image, then you guys can select an image from your gallery in order to have a custom watch face. You guys can see I'm putting this sexy Evo 6 as my watch face wallpaper, and just click save, and it's switching background. And you guys can see it's telling it's upgrading, so it may take some time to upload the watch images inside of it, but it's still relatively fast. It depends on your Bluetooth connection and range as well. In 3, 2, 1, and here it is. I'm using a brand new watch face for my watch. It's cool, but it's certainly not perfect that you guys can't change the time position of it, which is kind of frustrating, but still they do have the option that you guys can select the dial. If you go down, it has target settings that you guys can target how many steps you're gonna step per day, standardary reminder, which is a cool feature and it does work on offline. The one thing that I hate about the alarm is you guys need to constantly connect the Bluetooth to your watch in order to get the alarm. This thing is really cool. As you guys can see, I start the time and end the time about the standardary reminder, which I tell you to remind every 30 minutes. It does give a little bit of buzz in your wrist to order to you need to stand up because you're sitting too long, which is a cool feature because in the middle of the class it tells me to stand up to make me flexible. I hope so. And now we go to the drink water reminder. It's the same feature, but it reminds you to drink water every random time, which is another cool feature. And do not disturb mode will certainly block all notifications in the span of this time. Like I started from 12 o'clock in the night and ended off 5 o'clock in the morning. And notification, you guys can enable notification, whatever notification you guys want. I enabled only Instagram, WhatsApp, Instagram, and you guys can enable WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, WeChat, all those kinds of notification you guys can get in your wrist of your hands. So talking about the all-day heart rate test, which is an interesting feature and it does work on offline as well, because as you guys can see from here, it has a heart rate detect, and I opened it, and every 30 minutes it will detect my heart rate by blinking its little tiny green LED. I really like it because if you go to like the home and you check on the heart rate, you guys can see it really tested my heart rate every 30 minutes. I really like it, and you guys can tap to measure on the go as well. Like, yeah, it start measuring. Now it's looking for my heart rate. And okay, and that's about it really about this app. And also sync contacts, that you guys can sync contacts. For now I don't have any contacts, and you guys can import it from your bracelet as well, which is really cool feature. And if you guys go to mind settings, it does have a user profile. You guys can go here and change your avatar. We would go with this one, and you guys can have a nickname, male, what age, what height, what kilogram. And you guys can sync it with Google Fit, which, not gonna lie, I don't know what this Google Fit is. And bracelet on time, you guys can have until up to 30 seconds. It will show your watch face up to 30 seconds. If you press the button like that, it will stay on for 30 seconds. It will crush your battery life, but still it's a watch and it should have its watch face for a long time. And bracelet screen is too long, which consumes a lot of electricity. It does give a warning sign as well. And the time format, the matrix system, firmware, all this kind of stuff. And they do have lift the wrist screen. Not gonna lie, for this watch the accelerometer is inconsistent. If I wear it like this, I really need to lift the arm like this in order to get the time. Most of the time it doesn't even detect, so I really need to click the button in order to get the time. It's frustrating, but have that feature, which is kind of cool. So overall, in this app syncing to the watch, it's nice. I don't like some feature that doesn't save it to the watch, like the alarm. The alarm is so inconsistent, which I don't like it. And oh, by the way, the star of the show of this watch is actually the 128 megabytes of MP3 files you guys can store inside. You guys need to connect the USB to your charging magnetic charging thing, plug it into your PC, drag it and drop it, and you guys have music inside your watch. And right now I'm gonna play music in right now. Wait for a while. I'm looking for a non-copyright music because I don't want to get any copyright. I hope it's not copyrighted, but it can be pretty loud, and I really liked it because on the go, like with your friends, if you don't have a phone, you guys can really enjoy music. And also, you guys can connect your own earbuds to your watch to hear music privately. And by the way, this is a new episode of Too Cheap that soon will be released. Make sure you guys subscribe by the way, because it's gonna be a bit funny one, not gonna lie. Okay, in order to connect the Bluetooth headset to your watch, you guys need to open your headset first, go to settings, go to headset, and you'll search for your headset. It may take some time, but it will be worth it soon enough. After I connect with my Bluetooth headset, it's trying to connecting. They tell it does have a Bluetooth 5.0 built in separately for the audio device. So one can be connected to your phone, another one connected to your Bluetooth headset. Now I can hear music. There's a major problem. This sounds not good. It doesn't sound good. And you guys may be thinking, it's not an earbud. It's just giving Bluetooth data. That's the thing. The Bluetooth data is inconsistent when we have a lot of bass. Highs and lows are technically gone. The sound quality isn't that good. But even having this feature on a watch is too good to be true. And I really like it. I know the sound quality doesn't sound really good, but still, I really like it. And you guys can on and off, pause and play from your earbuds as well, and it'll work with it seamlessly. With not many phones even can't do that as well. So overall, I really like this watch. Even the battery life. I forgot to talk about the battery life. The battery life is outstanding. If I charge it every morning, if I charge it until 79%, I'll end the day with like 10% of charge. So you guys need to charge the watch daily, but the charging speed is fast. You guys can get like 100% in like 30 minutes, and it's an all-day battery life watch as well. If you guys use moderately, like very lightweight, very light usage, that's only for the watch face, it can stand out for like 2 or 3 days. And yeah, for the battery life, it's really good. And overall, this watch is a perfect watch, and it costs around 110 ringgit, which is not bad for the price, especially with a built-in music player. So yeah, that's been it, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and tell me in the comments down below what if you thought of it, guys. If you're new to this channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you guys later, and hope you guys enjoy. Peace.